Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? I was thinking, some of y'all are getting frustrated playing against mono red and maybe even the white aggro decks, and some of you maybe even against mono green, and just you want something to deal with those decks. Well, what if I told you you can actually deal with those decks without having to play a control list? Lifegain might be your answer.
Command Fest Orlando is coming October 20th to 22nd, so get ready for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering in one of the country's premier vacation destinations. Get your tickets now at commandfestorlando.com.
Alright, now since we're at the end of the season, y'all probably know all of these cards at this point, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them, but we're just going to go down our list of subjects that we're going to be playing today that care about life gaining or gain us some life. So we are going to be playing Lunarch Veteran because every creature coming into play gets us life. Obviously, that's a good thing. Tamiyo Safekeeping to protect our things because it gains life while protecting stuff, which is fantastic. Voice of the Blessed, with everything gaining life, this is obviously a great card to have in here. We are going to try out some Vrand Executioner Thane because if we are getting our other stuff killed, then this is going to drain the opponent and gain us life as well. Gallic Readers gives us all types of options, one of which is actually to gain life. Inspiring Overseer gets to gain life and draw cards, so see a theme. We're making it hard to lose a life total here. Then we have Archangel Elspeth. What does it do? Makes 1/1s with lifelink. We get to block damage and gain life. Then we also have Wandering Emperor, which removes something and gains 2, so that's great. I know I'll hate seeing her, but Shieldred, she gains life. And of course Steel Seraph, because we can make anything else gain life, or more importantly, sometimes just fly to help finish the opponent off. And Phyrexian Fleshgorger, drains the opponent's life total if they target it, and also has lifelink, and Menace. And we're going to be playing Kaya and Tangible Slayer because, well, gain 3, lose 3, seems pretty good, but also can just be all types of silliness as far as the removal and stuff. But if we get to that point in the game, we're probably doing pretty well. But that's everything we're going to be playing today. Full deck list will be at the end of the video, as always. If you want to get it right now, you can just go to the description, look for the little blue arrows, and you can download it. It'll take you to our Moxfield page, which I believe now we have like 120, 130 decks, something like that over there. So you can check all that out too. Let's go see if we can find those burn, aggro, mono red decks and make their life hell. This seems good. We can play 1, 2, and you can't really play that on 3, but we at least have a defensive card. So that's something. We'll see what removal the opponent has. Alright. I mean, hopefully we'll draw something good we can play the next turn. But if not, this is fine. Alright, we did get to play against mono red, so hopefully... Oh, this is nice if they decide to kill Vrand. My thought is here, we're kind of hoping we get to gain enough life that we can make mono red's life pretty difficult here. Don't know if that's possible, but we'll see. If we can get to a 4th land, being able to play Archangel Elspeth, make a lifelink blocker, that's actually pretty strong. Obviously, you kill it, you attack. We're going to play another Vrand next turn. Alright, we did get the 4th land, so that's good. And we can protect a creature here with the Tamiyo Safekeepings. This is looking pretty strong. I'm going to go ahead and pass. I don't know if I'll want to block with Lunarch Veteran, but maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Oh, perfect. We got the opponent to spend mana. So, yep. Look at that, though. Call in a professional so we wouldn't be able to gain any life. You don't even get to see that card played that often. That's pretty wild. This has Indestructible, so I'll just block here and take 3. We are running pretty well right now. We're going to +1. No attacks yet. We'll stay on the defense here. Force the opponent to do some things instead of getting a cheap shot on Elspeth. Though, they could have any of the things that deal 5 damage. Yep, looks like they're going to go for it. Oh, Stroke the Flames. Okay, that's only 4. So that ain't the worst thing. We're good with that. Ooh, we just have a Vrand in the yard. That's not the most exciting thing. Alright, we'll go ahead and play this. And now we're going to start our attacks. Probably just these. And now we're at 19, so we're feeling pretty good. Even if they do something that deals 1 to all of our creatures, that's mostly fine. Alright, Swift Spear. So far, so good. Mana Faces Kakazan does actually hit our Archangel Elspeth as well. And a Phoenix Chick. Alright, well, good news is we could block with many things here. I mean, we're just going to block with the Sarah Paragon. I mean, there's no loss to blocking there. Yep, and then we kind of get to just start going off here. Gonna gain more life the opponent can really do anything about. I'm gonna gain 2 just for sport. And no attacks. I mean, I guess I could attack with the 2 1/1s, because whatever, right? But don't need the life that badly. Alright, you have an Urabrass Forge. Alright, well, since they're going to start making tramplers, I think I am just going to start attacking with the Sarah Paragon then. At the very least. We are just finding lands, which is less than exciting here, but this is fine. Let's start growing this. Play this. Attack. Alright. I mean, the thing is, if at any point we need extra life, we can literally attack with all these little 1/1 life linkers. So it's not even really a threat here. Yeah, like, we don't even care. Like, I'm only blocking here because of what it is. But, like, yeah, you can have 2 cards. I don't care. Find a Lightning Strike. They didn't. They just found 2 lands, it looks like. Nope, they found a Stoke the Flame as one of them. So that's a thing. They could Stoke and finally kill off Elspeth. Nope, they want to kill our Sarah Paragon. Alright. I mean, it does get rid of Ran, so that's something. Oh, that's cute. Not mad at that, let me tell you. Pass? Let's see what they do here. Man, where's our Shieldrids and stuff? We can just put this away. Alright, I'm just going to flash this in. Give the Gallagreators +1 in first strike. And block. So now our Gallagreators will always outpace a Forge. Give it +1. We'll go ahead and give one of these a +1. And we'll pass. Eventually, we're just going to be able to just go for it. Alright, you got it. There we go. That's the person we're looking for. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, this is not a great hand as we can't really cast the Flesh Gorger, but we can at least do some other shenanigans here. At least for a minute. Obviously need to find something that goes with these. 2 or 3 mana thing we can cast next turn would be kind of nice. That, I mean, it's kind of a thing. Not a good thing, but a thing. Alright, we can at least play this. Alright, we get a little bit of something in case they have a sweeper. Alright, it's the other black mana, so that's nice. Why wouldn't there be resolute reinforcements? I guess maybe this is like some mid-rangey. Nope, there's, well, I don't know what they're doing. Not even gonna try to pretend I know. Alright, just gonna attack. I guess we go with this. And they want to play an Urtai. Alright, well, I have no idea what the opponent's deck does then. Like, at this point, I'm thinking it's like a 4-color, like, Ascendancy deck, but only because I see the tokens. Otherwise, I have no clue what they're trying to do. Like, I have no realistic idea. Yeah, we go with this, I guess. I mean, obviously we have a backup one, and we have a way to get it back, but not to say they don't just have a kill spell at this point, too. Sure, you have a Wandering Emperor.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. My judgment is
Alright, might as well play the other one. You got it. Yeah, 100%. I have no idea what the opponent's deck is. I literally have no clue what cards we're playing around. Like, couldn't even guess right now.
still much to learn. Guards,
No blocks. Like, I wish I was joking. I for real don't know what's happening right now. I mean, I guess? I mean, they could sack a token and make disappear. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Alright. I mean, they have all the mana in the world here. Oh, that's an interesting card. Attacking again. And there's another Wandering Emperor. Because why not?
run away. You'll be safer.
Sure.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
That's a real aggressive use of that card. But, you know, to each their own. I probably should have played the Takenuma, like, just in case, but meh. In the turn. Alright. You have the Katha.
Remember your training.
I mean, are they worried about protecting their thing? Like, I have to block, right? I mean, I don't have to, but I kind of have to, you know. Alright. Oh, they didn't send them both at Elspeth? That was my assumption of what was going to happen. That's strange. Huh. That's a little weird. Alright, so now I go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I guess I can just get back the Flesh Gorger first. Attack the Wandering Emperor. Alright, well, let's get this. And then we'll attack Emperor. See if they have any other trickery there. Try to play this. Try to cast this. Wasn't even another make disappear or anything. Alright. Draw cards? No. I don't know what that last card is. Because it wasn't something that killed a Paragon. It didn't counter a thing. It didn't draw cards. I don't know what their options are here. I guess we do this, because you don't have to flash in another Wandering Emperor and put it on the Paragon, because that's silly. I mean, but it would kill the Paragon, putting the counter on the Urtai for first strike. Yep, and that's exactly what it was. They were hoping we were going to block with the Sarah Paragon, and we most definitely did not.
Protect my people.
Tell you, man, sometimes you just know things, you know? All I can say is sometimes you just know things. All right, so let's see what happens when. Actually, let me cast some stuff first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I think we're at the point we're not going to be using this. Let's go 6 first, just to see if there's a counter. Because there's something in their hand. I don't know what it is. We're obviously not seeing it yet. All right, well, after the opponent roped for all their timeouts, I'm going to assume they don't have much going on here. We're just going to plus. We're going to give this thing Vigilance. Probably going to give this Vigilance. Nah, we're going to give this Vigilance. Who am I kidding? Just so if another Wandering Emperor shows up next turn, you don't really just get to pick off one of my better cards here. Or if Voice of the Blessed dies, we could actually recast it at the graveyard. But I think, unless the opponent has some type of sweeper or something here, we're probably just going to be ending the game. We have a pack of flyers. We have Elspeth with nothing great in the yard. Everything's basically in play. But we could give stuff counters at this point and really just advance things. What's funny is Voice of the Blessed says it just has to have 4 +1/+1 counters. It doesn't say how those counters get on it. And this is where we get to enjoy getting roped, right? Opponent drew 3 Wandering Emperors. They countered stuff with Make Disappear and the Urtai. And it looks like we're still going to get a win here despite all the... Oh, and they exiled our Shieldred. So we survived a lot of stuff there. Yep. And that's a win for us. Alright, let's keep this. I don't know the order I want to play everything yet, but I know I want to play all these things. So I'm wondering if we start with Vran. If that's the safest thing. Because we can at least automatically try to get life off of Gallagreeters and... Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Let's go Vran here. Knowing he's going to die. Then we'll Inspiring Overseer. At least get life in a card. And then maybe on the following turn, play Gallagreeters into Voice of the Best, gain some life, have a 3/3, and hope that's good enough. Don't really know where this is going to go just yet. Oh, that's an interesting card. Not what I expected to see at all. But, yeah, let's go with this. Usually some quirky things happen here. The only time I've seen people play this is when they're trying to do some type of big things with like, oh, that actually works really well for them and gets to kill that off. That's pretty sweet. Some type of, what do you call it, Convoke, whatever. So maybe that's what we're dealing with here. I don't really know. That's the prowess thing on the back, right? Okay, well, the opponent's down to 3 cards, but they do get to untap their creatures every turn, so that's kind of annoying. That ain't bad, though. That ain't bad. Alright, let's see what they got. Oh, is this a cut down? If so, we're going to lose our Voice of the Blessed, sadly. I mean, we'll try, but we know the Voice of the Blessed is dead. Like, that pause tells us everything we need to know. Alright, fair enough. I mean, they had the right cards here, and our draw definitely did not come together the way we wanted. Alright, you have a Shivan Devastator. Yeah, I was going to say, just send everything at me. Yeah, no blocks. You got it. I mean, we're at 18, so I'm not sweating yet, but unfortunately, our hand is mostly a bunch of lands, and that's not great. That will help at some point in the future, but not right now. And also, if they have a counter, we're just dead anyway, right? Like, even a Make Disappear wrecks our world. Ugh, gross. Alright, so we're gonna get hit with a pile of damage here. Because they get to copy the spell. Yep. Okay, well, at least they didn't get great things off of that, but they do get to destroy a Planeswalker next turn, so that's hateful. but, you know, what can we do about it? Okay.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelmed.
Well, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, I suppose. Still not great. I mean, they don't even have to. I mean, they have a lot of good cards in hand right now. Let's see what this does for us. I think I'm going to +1. Ooh, Sorin. That's interesting. We'll +1 here, so maybe we could threaten to block a dragon.
How we greet our enemies.
Or threaten to attack into Chandra here, I guess. That's an option. Boy, their hand's really good against us right now. I'm not even sure how we can try to win. I think that's my concern. Alright. Yeah, opponent might just have this one. Felt like their start was good for the creatures we had, and we have just not recovered. Too many mana, really, is our issue here. Oh gosh, they're just taking the mana. What are they going to do? Oh, I know. This is, like everybody, this is 1, 2, 4, 5. That's only 7. What you got going on? I was thinking they had 8 already, but that's just 7. Not this. Oh. Alright. I mean, that's fair. You get to draw 2 cards. That's legit. And you get to kill our Planeswalker with that, so that's pretty good. Alright. I mean, that worked out well for them. Uh-oh, they're going to juice up the Devastator further? Oh, there's an all will be 1. Okay. That's a thing. Yeah. I guess we're going to have to try to destroy that, or else we just lose. Like, we don't want that in our future. Alright. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I'm almost willing to just concede this one because I don't see a real quality path out for us. Especially since we can't even get through to their Chandra right now. And them holding 3 cards, one of which has to be some type of removal, I'd imagine. I mean, Sorin, Tamiyo safekeeping, I mean, I guess that's something. Like, not something I'm super excited about, but something nonetheless. I really kind of want to use Sorin to get some cards, but, you know, got to do what we can do at the moment. Nope. We're going to cut down some things, maybe? Nope, they are targeting Sorin with something. Ugh, gross. Alright, what are you targeting? Really? And not our vampire? Huh. Alright. I mean, we did what we could. Oh, and they had the other cut down. Jeez, opponent just drew hot here, y'all. Like, sometimes you just got to give credit where it's due. We don't have a shot here. All right, GG's. I'm just giving it to the opponent. We're already dead. Like, they could just minus. I don't know what they're doing. Like, yeah, that was just a case where, like, they literally just could just take out our creatures and just start attacking and end the game. Like, they attack for 8, untap their stuff. They still have Chandra with 6 counters on it, plus the 2 cards in hand. Like, I don't know what was happening there. I'm gonna keep this, but I'm not totally sure what we're doing with it. Alright, that might help. I mean, obviously we want to draw a white land next turn, but another veteran wouldn't be bad here. I'd kind of be okay with that. Okay. Funny, because, like, while I don't like that they drew that, and it slows down our Tamiyo safekeeping, it's not, like, the worst thing. Though Rafine is going to make this very unfortunate. If that's what they're doing, this could just be blue-white soldiers, too. If it's blue-white soldiers, as long as we're dodging the proper counters, we could end up gaining a whole bunch of life along the way, and that could be kind of nice. Did not get what we're looking for, but we'll go ahead and let them play a counter here, because it's either a counter or they're working their way into playing the Resolute Reinforcements. We will not be attacking. Because if you didn't counter, it's got to be reinforcements, right? No, it's not even that. Wow. What do they have? Well, that thing we're not that worried about. Alright, not the most ideal situation here, but we do have double safekeeping, so sure. Alright, we'll target this. So we get to hold on to our max value card here. We're already at 25 against what looks to be some type of soldier deck. I'm not going to lie, y'all. This actually feels pretty good when the opponents are roping. I know they rope thinking they're hurting your feelings, but this actually means that the fact that we put a Tamiyo safekeeping on a Flesh Gorger caused them just to rope out. I ain't even mad at it. I actually enjoy that. This is better for me because we get to savor the moment a little more, and I like that. Alright, well, we found our other card that's just going to basically end things here. But yeah, people that are like, I rope the opponent, whatever. Like, honestly, anytime your opponent's roping, that's a good sign that you did something right, that you're winning, that you actually put them on tilt, right? So why be mad? Is it a minor inconvenience? Sure, but ain't it more an inconvenience than them getting a loss? Honestly, the people roping are kind of silly because they're costing themselves time to let the opponent enjoy the win more. Right? So, like, what's the real benefit there? It's weird. You're trying to punish your opponent, but you're hurting yourself almost more. Because you have to make up a loss now to try to rank. They're getting a win regardless. Yep. And the turn. And that's going to be all she wrote, folks. And there you have it. Awesome. Ew. I feel like we kind of have to keep this in a weird way. But I don't feel like this is a strong start against most decks, oddly. But maybe it is. Go ahead and Gallagrators, obviously. Now I have to decide what to play next. Because obviously we'd like to have Voice of the Blessed, but oh, against that particular deck, this is not going to do very much. So, that's not a bad card, but I think we're saving that for later. They're going to put a +1, and we're going to attack. We have enough life gain coming down the pipe that we can just go shields down if we need to. Could have got a treasure and force Shieldred next turn, but I don't know if there's a depopulate or something, and I don't want to get into that whole fight, debacle, debate. Alright, you got it. I think we're just going to go here. We're going to go +1. Give this lifelink. Attack. Now, I will admit, I could have made a treasure there and possibly opened up like Shieldred plus Voice of the Bless in the event that there is some type of sweeper here, but that's not what they're doing. Interesting. Alright, well, this will force something to happen next turn. Alright, the opponent just gives up at Shieldred. This is an easy mulligan because we only have one real threat. So, yeah, not much to even consider there. Oh, boy. We keep this, but on the draw, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. That kind of maybe helps a little bit, depending. Right, a Wayfinder. That's probably good against us. And they're going to get to ramp to their heart's content. But, you know, we can see what happens. Please don't kill. Oh, they had a bushwhack. Alright, fair enough. You got it. May you not find land. They did not. Oh, but they left it on top, whatever it was. That's almost a little bit more concerning, to be honest. Alright. Overseer it is. It might just be another green mana or something, honestly. Well, no, because they would have got it into play for free, so it's not a land, it's something else. Okay, Voice of the Blessed. Got a backup one. That's just something. No blocks. We're going to pull for no land again for the opponent. Not a land, because they would have instantly done it. Okay, they're playing Karn. What is this? You're playing Karn Silex in some green deck that went to... What the what? Oh man, I am genuinely confused. I guess I just go here, right? Like, why not? I mean, I have zero idea what's happening at the moment. I'm going to not attack, so if I decide to block... I don't know what type of fight spells they're playing. Maybe they have Tyvar stands. It didn't matter anyway. Yeah, this is a very interesting thing, where if you're in this situation like the opponent, where obviously they had a bunch of colorless lands, which this is always a deck building issue. Because I don't even know if they're... I mean, as far as we know, they're mono green, but we don't really know. They ended up using a bushwhack to kill something instead of searching for land, but I kind of get it because they had Wayfinder. But even if there's something good they wanted on top, if you don't have any other mana, and they obviously have no way to cast a thing, you almost have to surveil those cards anyway into the graveyard so that you can try to hit lands, right? Obviously, you'd like to get the free land, but even if it's not there, I would say still put this top card in the graveyard so you can find mana, because I would imagine even if they're mono green or heavily green, they need at least a second green mana. Or based on how the turns played out, they at least need a fourth land of some kind, whether it's another color or not. So I would just be digging as deep as possible. Now, does it suck that you're often giving up a good card for that? Sure. But if you're just behind on mana, like, you got to do something. Because now they're in a situation of they might have a great card to deal with Shield or whatever, but now Shielded's rolling. We're going to be able to play PowrDragn, just play that back out of the yard, and then things are going to get crazy. All right, we'll keep this. This is actually not bad. Because if we really need to, we can Greeters into our Greeters and then set up possibly Kaya later. Which I don't hate that. I mean, when somebody plays black and red, though, on your first land, you know your Gala Greeters are not long for this world, right? Oh, they have a Duress. Well, that sucks. Well, we don't get that. But we're not harmed too much, all things considered. Let's go ahead and get a treasure. It's not likely they're going to be playing something that gives -1/-1 to all of our stuff, so I'm not going to sweat that too much here. The bad part is they kind of know, well, not kind of, they do know what our hand is here, so... Oh, they don't have Make Disappears. That's mostly what I was checking there. But we're going to go treasure anyway. Alright, so now if stuff dies, we have... it didn't look like they had a counter, so... We could be wrong, but let's see. Okay, we were right. Cool. Could have done this before the attack step, but, you know, missed out on 2 points. Alright, how good, bad, whatever is it? Really? What do you have here? Blue, blue, red, red, black. Man, I don't know. I for real don't know what's happening here. Let's go to attack, I guess. You're gonna kill something, you're gonna kill something. I feel like there's just gonna be something like burn down the house or something in our future. Which is why I don't really want to play this. I mean, I could have played it for 6. Nah, I would have still died anyway. Burn down the house still's 5. I mean, they know what's in our hand, so it's not like we're hiding anything here. Big score. Alright, so they're going to try to go Atali or Breach. Nope. They had a tap land, so it won't be Atali here. Oh, we could have saved our stuff from a Grixis command. That sucked. That's pretty brutal. If we would have played a thing, we would have been able to... I wasn't even thinking about that card. Yep. That sucked. So now if they have another one, we just lose everything. And then we're dead. So yeah, for worrying about the burn down the house, I actually ended up losing everything to the Grixis command. Whereas we could turn those into 3/3s, and we would have lost the Seraph, but we still would have had Paragon and could have at least replayed the Seraph as a 3/3. So yeah, definitely a mistake on my part. Wasn't even thinking about that card. Yep, and there's another one. So now we need to draw like a Planeswalker or something here. Alright, I mean, I guess that's something. No idea if it lives. I doubt it. But it's something. Alright, surprise we got to the draw step. Corpse Appraiser at least going to get to dig for possible removal. Alright, what do we got? Oh, they're playing Invoke Calamity. Oh my gosh. And another Corpse Appraiser. Well, that's going to make it hard for us to attack them, isn't it? Unless we find something that gives us flying. And we have several things that can do it. That is not one of them. Alright, well they don't have a thing that kills Shieldred at instant speed here. They do have stuff in the graveyard though. So they could invoke Calamity if they have a way to recast it and then get rid of our thing. So not great, not great. Man, that's tough. Just if I would have thought about the Grixis command and not worried so much about the burn down the house, I think we could have. And honestly, way more people are playing Grixis command than burn down the house, so that one's on me, truthfully. I just got to thinking about a particular card, and it just didn't matter. Alright, cool. That's probably going to end the game, I would think. Alright. Just kill our Shieldred. Shoot me. Attack for 6. I mean, I guess I can draw another Shieldred, I suppose. Or, in some world, draw another Paragon and then play something out of the yard, maybe. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Yeah, we're likely dead here. I mean, just a couple of attacks to take care of us. But we did actually have the ability to win this one. I just misplayed it. Alright, cool. You got it. You know, we're just 1 mana away of being able to play our 2 4-mana things, so sure. And if we find a 2-mana thing next turn and then get to follow up with Overseer, it's probably fine. Ooh, against this deck, I don't know if that's fine at all, but we'll see. I mean, we can gain a lot of life, but I don't know if that's going to do much to keep us alive in the long run. That's going to be our real issue. And they tend to have some exile spells that can deal with Planeswalkers, and that's not going to be good for us. We did find a 2-mana thing, but it's not one we can actually cast, so that's super unfortunate. So now we're in a bit of trouble. Alright. Another enchantment of some kind, I'd assume. Wow. I mean, you know, playing Ossification still gets you 1 more point here, so that kind of makes sense. Yep, he gone. We take 4. Okay. So we're finding some things. A backup Shieldred. What does that do for us? Almost wondering if we want to gamble on Elspeth next turn and then try to play Shieldred behind it. But I'm not sure. Or if we're better off just going Shieldred. I'm just going to take it. It'll prevent more damage next turn. Alright, so now this is the turn of concern. Obviously, I'd like to draw an untapped land next turn. That'd be the real play, right? So I think here what we do is we go Archangel Elspeth. It costs us no damage. Plus, if they have an exile spell, which is very likely, we at least force them to get rid of creatures and attack Elspeth or some combination thereof. And we can maybe chump block. But if we don't draw a third land next turn, this all is going to become very ugly anyway. Cost 1 less to cast for each thing you draw. Yep, that's a thing. That's real. I actually don't care that Elspeth dies, believe it or not. I'm actually good with that. I'm just trying to make sure we can't double block and keep Elspeth, but that's really not our major concern here, believe it or not. Yeah, I think we just go to 9. And then if we just don't draw a land, then we're kind of wrecked anyway. Oh, hold up, hold up. That was not what we were anticipating. But I don't hate it. I think we're going to go ahead and use it. Really wanted to land there, though, but this is probably the next best thing. Now, I could have used that on their turn, but I also didn't want their stuff to be cheaper, and, you know, could have got out of hand a little bit more, and I didn't want that. Ah, Catilda. Dang it. That is a problem. That is a problem. We just let that die? Sure. I don't think that's worth fighting over. Oh, Deck, what are you doing to us? What are you doing to us? You're down to 2 cards. We're at 11. Oh, gosh. Like, I'm tempted to play a Voice of the Blessed here, but then I mean... Yeah, I just don't know. I'm going to do this and try to draw a card here. Maybe we'll find an untapped white land. Okay, cool. That at least lets us do some things here. No attacks. Then maybe we could chump block with the 1/1, turn Voice of the Blessed into a 3/3. That might unlock something. Oh, and they found another Heliod. Ugh. That's going to hurt a ton here. Yep. Yep. That is a real problem. Oh, and they had an ossification? Jeez. Alright. Well, our draw definitely didn't come together, and theirs is on lock here, so we're probably toast. Alright, GG's. Okay, we're going to try this. We need to draw something, obviously, because after we play the... Oh, that might help. I'm going to say, after we play Gala Greeters, there wasn't going to be a lot of value here. Opponent's on green. Well, the good news is, usually... Oh, that helps a lot, too. Say, when you draw a green, we can usually gain enough life to overcome that. So no attack here. I think we play Flesh Gorger and just gain life next turn and just try to stay ahead of the life gain for a minute. Unless... I was going to say, unless maybe we draw another Gala Greeters, then we can make one of them +2 and then maybe save some stuff with safekeeping. I don't know yet. Let's see what they do. Maybe we should make Greeters a +2/+2. Pull a Kranos. Don't like to see that. But sure, we take it. Not bad. Oh, I played the wrong land. Dang it. Alright, well, things being what they are, we're just going to make this into a +1. Draw a card. Yeah, Vran, you're not too bad, but not what we're looking for here. Alright. So now I'm kind of priced into playing Wandering Emperor the next turn, and then maybe Flesh Gorger and Vran the following turn, assuming I can find another black land. Cankerbloom, well, that's going to make our Flesh Gorgers suck. That's not what we want. Unfortunate. There's also a chance they have defensive spells. Oh, they're going to bite down that. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about that anymore. That's good. Sure, no blocks. That is actually excellent for a future turn, I think. Oh, actually. We play this, it gets one. We play this, it gets one. Yeah, I'm into that, actually. Let's do that. And then if we remove something with the Wandering Emperor, we'll get an additional counter on the voice. Just because. I mean, they could have more bite downs or something here, and if they do, they do. You know, we just have to deal with it. Well, we would get at least 2 more life, so that'd be good. Alright, Evolving Adaptive. That doesn't concern us too much. Nor does a Bloated Contaminator. So far, so good. And we can just chump block with the Overseer, which would get us 2 life from Varan. So that unlocks a little bit of stuff here for us. And the opponent also doesn't have any spells in hand, which means there is no safekeepings or Tyvar Stand or anything like that. We are not going to be double blocking. We're just going to stop 6 damage. Also, we don't even have to play the Wandering Emperor here because we could get away with playing Flesh Gorger, gain a life, and then save a Tameo safekeeping to protect a Voice of the Blessed even. And I kind of like that play a little bit more. So let's do that. And this gets Flying and Vigilance? Yeah. Which now they don't have a way to block it because they got rid of... Yeah, that's fine. Like, we knew that was a possibility, but that's okay. They pay the life. We can protect it now if we want to. I think so, because we'll get another counter on the Voice of the Blessed anyway. If they kill it because they draw another bite spell or something, such is life. We'll deal with the consequences. Plus, they'd go to 6, and it would put them kind of on notice because they wouldn't be able to do anything. Pulocranos can become a 6/6 and gain 6. But then they would lose their creature. Does still have reach here, though. So they can block with it. Which is smarter than them attacking, I would think, here. That is cool, though, because we can use that kind of aggressively. So, if we attack with both, obviously they're going to block with Pulocranos, go to 13. They would probably double block with Beastcaller and Contaminator. We could plus the Flesh Gorger to give it first strike, but that's probably all we can do. So, just attack with this. Not much more to it other than that. They do get their smaller creatures, which one will have lifelink, one will have reach. So, we're not going to be able to punch through still just yet. But not a lot we can do about that. But they're at 12 now, we're at 19, and if they find another bite spell, things are going to get a little bit ugly. Well, I guess they would need to play a creature and then some, because we can still block their Beastcaller. I'm going to go ahead and do this, make a 2/2, because it just grows our Voice of the Blessed.
You started this fight, but we must protect the people.
That's fine, we'll put a +1 here. Not that we're going to use it.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Alright, attack here. Alright, now coast is clear, so if we can get this juiced up. They're at 12, we can get it to 8, we can go to 9, 10. Can't even get close, really. Alright. I mean, I get it. Just one of those attacks, you kind of go, well, we got nothing else. What are we going to do? Block this. Take the rest, I guess. We're at 20. Yep. Put the counters wherever you want. And I could have exiled it so it's not putting counters anywhere, you know, all that. But I wasn't that concerned. And now with the opponent being at 15, that's 9, that's 13. Yeah, we go ahead and flash this in now. Keep.
Run away.
This one was the new one,
Be safe.
I think. All right, that was good.
Guards, to me.
And then we +1 this guy, I guess. We do this.
Fast and
Yep. And that's going to be it. So an interesting thing here is this had very little defense and worked out the way we wanted to, which is kind of cool. I think if I were going to make a change, I would probably cut a Sorin and play one more Archangel Elspeth, because there's a lot of situations where having that extra 1/1 was triggering multiple things. We're talking about Galley Greeters and Veterans. If we needed to, just putting counters on a thing. And honestly, we have so many things that actually are pretty cheap when you think about Veteran, Voice of the Blessed, Vran, Galley Greeters, Inspiring Overseer, that if we do actually want to minus Elspeth, we have a fair amount of quality things to bring into play. So I don't mind that either. So I would say let's cut Sorin, add an Archangel Elspeth. We really didn't have mana troubles much, except for maybe wanting a little more white mana and a little less black mana. So I'm willing to go up to 61 to play another Tamiyo Safekeeping. And then maybe, man, I want to just, I think really in the case of something like Deathcap Glade, that should just be like another Shattered Sanctum, I think. Or we could also cut a Llanowar Waste to play Brushland, which I think would help a little bit. Because if you look at what we have available, we have 8 things with green, only 6 things with black, but those things that have black do need double black, but really that's kind of only Shieldred now that we cut Sorin. So I think I am willing to do that. We can cut out at least a Llanowar Waste, add in a Brushland, still gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 black sources, which is plenty for 6 cards, and we still have sometimes Galley Greeters that are going to make treasure, right? So I think that's mostly fine, and we should be okay with that. I wouldn't sweat that too much. Leaves our land count at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, which is reasonable for what we're doing. It might even be too many. We might be able to just play 24 here. But you don't want to push it too much because we do have several things that cost 4. And sometimes you do want to try to cast Steel Seraph and Flesh Gorger for their higher cost. But yeah, let's go with this. So we're going to be talking about 4 Lunarch Veteran, 4 Tamiyo Safekeeping, 4 Voice of the Blessed, 2 Vran Executioner Thane, 4 Galley Greeters, 4 Inspiring Overseer, 2 Archangel Elspeth, 2 Sarah Paragon, 2 The Wandering Emperor, 3 Shieldred the Apocalypse, 2 Steel Seraph, 2 Phyrexian Fleshgorger, and 1 Kaya Intangible Slayer. Lands, they're kind of all over the place because we're trying to squeeze in 3 colors and multiple colored mana, so, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, the one thing I will say about this deck is, surprisingly, if you play around certain things, you can do okay in the control matchups because we do have a few Planeswalkers, right? We're talking about Kaya, Elspeth, Wandering Emperor. So those actually aren't too bad. Gives you at least some options to stay in those fights, and you don't necessarily have to overcommit too much because you do have flyers that they can't really chump block very easily with their own token creatures. So I do like that aspect of it. And obviously, if we get to play against creature decks, namely mono red, mono green, mono white, we actually do pretty well against those, largely because, well, we just gain a bunch of life and we can race them. Now, mono blue becomes a little bit more of an issue because sometimes if we can stick something like Phyrexian Fleshgorger, they can't really block it easily because they don't often have more than 1 creature out at a time, so that's actually pretty good. But we can also, again, just make enough threats that it's a problem for them to deal with. And believe it or not, the life gain matters because a lot of times they end up just attacking you with 1 or 2 hits from the Jhin, but if you've gained, 15, 16 life during the course of the game, that becomes a bit of a problem for them. Also, we have a lot of flyers to be able to block their Jhin as well, so you can kind of keep them from taking any advantage of anything over a few turns. So that actually helps a lot. But other strategies, like any of the mid-rangey stuff, can be a bit of a problem because, you're trying to deal with their threats and their removal and their sweepers, and that can become a little bit of an issue. But really, the deck was kind of designed to be an answer for the people that are super frustrated about playing against mono red and mono black, that type of stuff. This is actually going to play pretty well for a lot of those scenarios. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Prosperous Innkeeper. This card is actually fun, interesting, would fit well in today's deck. The fact that it produced a treasure was kind of nice, and oddly, this got reprinted in the commander decks for Tales from Middle-earth. And I didn't know that was actually a thing, but it's kind of cool, and it did bring the price down. I say price down because it actually did go up a little bit, but you can get the ones from the commander decks, I believe, for around like 50 cents or so, and the older ones are worth a little bit more. But what this means is, if you do have them, this is another card that generally looks like bulk, that if you go through collections, actually aren't bulk, and maybe you can get 20-30 cents for them, trading them in and get some store credit towards some other stuff. And if Lifegain might not be your thing, but you still like Abzan thematic decks, well, we do have a really fun humans list that actually did pretty well. You might want to check out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.